We came up this grade a little ways, and I'm trying to get the best scene I can, and I think this will be the best view right here. That is a fire. It's been, the report we heard was it was a down power line from all the wind, and we're still getting a lot of wind, though it has died down temporarily at this time. On our way here, it was really blowing down there on the river, and it's going, they said it's going, of course, uphill and to the east, which is towards us. And anyhow, there's quite a bit of smoke at this time. Looks like on the highway it's probably half a mile to a mile of fire line. And again, I'll zoom in here, see if we can see any of the flames. Or that looks like a road right there. I'm not sure. Might be fire. Oops. Sorry, I don't have my tripod. And there's another fire. If you keep going in that direction, there's another fire, another 7, 8, 10 miles down there. It's been burning for a week, and it really got stirred up today. But the smoke is pretty, but we don't like it at all. It's got pretty colors. Anyhow, that's some of the fun we're going with today. There's this fire. There's actually, I said there's one more about 7 or 8 miles further down. There's yet another one about 12 to 15 miles down, and then there's one 12 miles on the other side of us. 3 of them caused by down power lines. So it hasn't been super dry this year, but there's still a lot of dead grass. I mean, if you just look up here, there's green woods, but this is very typical. That just dead limbs, dead grass. It's all over the place out here. So anyhow, there's once a fire does get going, unless it just rained, it'll still catch fire. So all right, we're gonna turn around. We're gonna head back home and just pray that this fire stays gone. Hey guys, as you can see all around me, there is a lot of smoke. You can see that. I mean, we have quarter to half a mile of visibility, and a lot of this smoke is coming from California, Washington, and Oregon. A lot of people are getting arrested for setting fires. We know there was a lot of windstorms early last week. We had our fire. We have one that is probably 10, maybe 11 miles away as a crow flies, and it's partially contained. Anyhow, that's not what this is about. The fire itself, that's not what this video is about. If you're out here for much of any time at all, you start feeling it in your throat. You really start getting this, you feel sick after a while, and it's not good for you. And I've read some stuff about smoke in the past, and they say that it causes a lot of anxiety in the body, because the natural built-in response for life when it smells smoke, a lot of it, is to flee, run. So we've done that before. So anyhow, we have not a lot, but we have quite a few birds. We have ducks and geese and turkeys and chickens and quail and guineas. We also have sheep, and we have some calves, and there's absolutely nothing we can do about all this smoke. I mean, even inside of our home, you can smell the hint of smoke. So just having that smoke around causes a lot of problems for your animals, especially poultry. It's faster with the poultry because of how small their lungs are. So the number one thing you can do for your animals is to make sure they have lots of clean water. Good, fresh, clean water all day, every day. Check it throughout the day. They will drink it down and get rid of some of the toxins using water. Keeps especially poultry and whatnot, it keeps their beaks and their airways wet. Keeps it from drying out and building up with soot and other things like that. And we have an automatic water. For whatever reason, my boys unhooked it and pulled it out of the pen. I'm not sure why. And we have a big water. We have this, it's hard to see, there's a large water tank, probably I don't know if that's 50 or 100 gallon tank for our calves. And we make sure it's always full of good, clean water. And electrolytes, vitamins, minerals, whatever you can get them to help keep their energy levels up and boost their immune system and just get rid of this stuff. We need to get more of that for our birds. For our sheep, right now what we have is a NutriDrench that's for sheep. We also have one for our calves that is for calves. And I don't get paid by NutriDrench. This isn't whatever. I'm not promoting it for anything. They didn't give me the bottle, nothing. I'm just pointing out what we are using at this time before they start showing signs of illness. I mean, our chickens are still running around. They all seem okay right now, but this is going on several days now of heavy smoke. We had fire and beautiful clear nights every night, and then other days we had beautiful days, mid-70s, gorgeous weather, no clouds. We knew there was a fire over here, but no clouds. And then at night, it would bring the smoke down. Other days, we've had it like this, and then at night, the smoke lifts away. So I'm not sure what's happening in the atmosphere, causing the smoke to come and go, but it's nasty. So we have here, this is a jar. We've probably put 2.5, 3 ounces of the sheep's NutriDrench. The main difference between these two NutriDrenches here is the beef. The one for the cows have copper in it, copper sulfate. Sheep do not process copper well at all. So they need very, very, very small amounts of copper, and we don't add copper to anything that they have. So this is the sheep's NutriDrench, and JJ, go ahead and go pour that in their water. And this is the water that we have for them. As you can see, our chickens and stuff are drinking it. Go ahead and wash that out. Dip it in and swish it around and get it all out. And that'll mix in with the water. And the sheep and whatnot they're gonna do well drinking that. Should be just fine for all of our chickens and ducks and whatnot. It's a little sweet, so the sheep ought to like it even more. And then we're gonna add a bottle of this. Grab a jar full of water. We have that hooked up to our water hose right now, and we filled this up just an hour or so ago. But we're going to go ahead and add this NutriDrench for our beef, for our calves in there as well. Let's see here. I want to make sure that they got plenty of immune fighting, keep their system up. Go ahead and once you pour that, swish it around, and here, reach in through the top. And that'll go into that water, and hopefully they taste it here pretty soon, and they really, really like it a lot. These boards here are narrow enough our sheep can't get their head into it. So that's the number one thing you can do for your animals. I mean, the only other thing I could come up with, I mean, you can't mask them, right? I mean, as crazy as the whole country is for masks right now, you can't mask your birds. Probably, just like with a lot of people, it would make them sick. If not, it might actually kill them. They may actually just die from from getting excited having a mask on. Maybe if you had a misting system that could catch the smoke and put it in droplet form and get it to the ground, that might be something that you could do. It makes sense in my head, but then your animals are wet all day, which can cause other issues for them, especially when it's getting cool at night in the 50s. So yeah, aside from having a large building that's airtight, has air purifiers in it, and all that, I don't know what else you can do for your animals. I'm going to do some more research on it. The vitamins and minerals, the electrolytes that you can put in their water, we're going to go get some electrolytes for poultry and get that in the poultry inside of their coop, and make sure that they have every opportunity, every chance they can to make sure that they've got everything they need to fight off this respiratory illness that's about to really come on them. And we're praying that this smoke clears out and goes away, because this is devastating. 5 years ago when we had that bad fire back in 2015, it was just like this for several weeks. And we've had this before from outside fires. You know, fires in Northern California, the smoke will come all the way up here, and it'll be similar to this for a few days and then get better, and then for a few days and then get better. And they didn't really have too much of an issue. But 5 years ago when we had the fire here all around us, and then it seemed like for a month we had just smoke everywhere, because everything that finally stopped just rage fire kind of thing, it just seemed to have, you had stumps everywhere smoldering all over the place, and it just seemed like we had smoke for weeks. And that just might be in my head. I might be forgetting that, remembering that wrong. But I could tell you this: we had, out of almost 1,000 chickens, we had about 150 survive. That includes the ones that we were able to evacuate. A lot of them died during the evacuation. But when we brought them back, I bet we got, in the next 4 or 5 months, I bet we got a dozen eggs, maybe. Out of 100 and 150, we had a dozen eggs, and they started dropping dead, and you could hear them kind of coughing or trying to breathe better. And so finally we started, if they were sick, we just put them down and got rid of them. If they just weren't laying, they weren't doing well, we put them in the pot. You know, we killed them and ate them. It was heartbreaking, and we certainly don't want that now. So we're staying on top of it. We're making sure they always have fresh water. Having one of these waters here like this, these are great. If you've never seen one of these, it works similar to, excuse me, I'm trying to get my hand in a grip here so I don't drop it in the water. If you've never seen one of these, it's just like the plunger in your toilet. You push it down and the water starts flowing again, and it just fills up, and then it'll finally get to the point where it's full and it shuts off. These are a lifesaver. They truly are, and they save a ton of time. Now right now we just have the one here, and you can buy the kits and have them installed on just about any tank. So we may actually get hoses to several of our tanks and just fill them up. I need to see if I can find, I had another one of those kits to install one, and we have, I think it's a 250 gallon tank on the hillside, and we may actually try to keep that full for the wildlife around here, just to make sure that we don't get disease spreading through. So anyhow, I know this has been a bit long. There's a lot of people on the West Coast right now that are getting this and worse. We're blessed that we don't have the fire right here. I'm grateful. I know just 20-30 miles down the road we've lost 40-50 homes. You go further west and they're losing more and more. So our prayers and our thoughts and our prayers are going out to all those people. And it's a tough time in our nation right now. There's a lot of evil happening, and it seems like everywhere you turn and look, they're trying to blame the people who aren't doing anything. So anyhow, that's a whole nother subject, a whole nother rant. Our family little farm here we are getting ready to have seeds for next spring and summer. Guys, I really think that we will have, with California burning, there's a lot of our food, believe it or not, comes from the West Coast. If you didn't know that, we have a lot of food that comes from the West Coast. And between it all burning right now and the COVID shutdown, having farmers just tilling under crops, I mean, just throwing them out. They weren't doing anything with them. All the restaurants closed. Their sales plummeted. We have farmers going out of business. We have farmers losing their crops, burning. I know our little fire just down the road, it took 400 or 500 acres out, and that was 3 days ago. I don't know what it's done since, of farmland. That was wheat or chickpeas up there that it burned down. Well, imagine having thousands and thousands of acres lost. I've read several reports from our government, from the United Nations and other governments and different groups, saying we have the potential of a massive food shortage. When my wife and I started reading this news, we're getting ready to get our fall crops in right now. We have seeds that we got for our fall crop, and we're getting ready. I mean, this week, I'd like to have better days than this to be out working in, because we don't need to work in this, but I may come out and do it, just because if it's one of those situations, if the food shortage is as bad as some predict it could be, if it's even half as bad, it's going to be bad. So we're going to get a bunch of our seed out here probably in the next few days. And we decided, you know what, let's offer seed at a good price for a lot of seed for those who need a fall crop. We're going to do the same price type thing for our spring and summer crops. We're bundling our packages so you can get them for even cheaper, because you're getting a bunch of packs at once. So you get these fun bundle packs. Right now we have our fall crop bundle pack, and you get 26 varieties for $50. And if you're an urban type situation or a single person that doesn't need a whole lot, or you don't have room to grow a lot but you want to grow, we have urban packs for $15. And it's the same 26 varieties, just a lot fewer seeds. You don't need as much. Or you can go and pick out what seeds you want. Go to clearwatervalleyfarms.com, and if you go check out our website, join our subscription base. We will not spam you. We just send out emails every now and then on new products, new deals that we have. Those who are former customers, every now and then we'll send out a thank you code and give them a 10% off or whatever coupon every now and again for any purchases they make. So anyhow, check us out, clearwatervalleyfarms.com. We don't have our spring summer collection on there yet. We're hoping in the next 3 or 4 weeks we will have it. You can also check out our elderberry syrup kits. We're harvesting elderberries, though right now it is not looking good with this smoke. We can't do it for long periods of time. So anyhow, but we are getting our elderberries going and dried and ready for the flu and cold season. Thanks for watching, guys. Please pray for us. Pray for those who are being affected by this. And hopefully we get to see you guys real soon. Check us out at clearwatervalleyfarms.com for seeds and elderberry syrup kits. Bye.